Here comes your 90-day fiance. Your 90-day fiance recap. With Allie and Melissa.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News 90-Day Fiance Recap. I'm Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And this is a podcast where we'll discuss the latest episodes in the 90-Day Fiance universe. We have a Patreon. Our true crime episodes are now only available at patreon.com/webcrawlers for $5 a month. And this week, we are going to be covering the Limburg baby. What's its name?
Did you say Limburg?
Yeah, I was saying like the cheese.
Limburger cheese baby. the Lindbergh baby, because there's some new theories.
There's some new theories.
Do you remember, because I remember we talked about the Lindbergh baby on an episode of The Alarmist like 4 years ago.
Oh, I was like, because I thought we did an episode on it.
We did not. I was like, when did we? Because I know we like talked about it, but yeah, we were on there for like 5 minutes talking about it. But
one of those plastic guest appearances.
Who knows what we said?
Yeah, I have no idea what we said.
No recollection.
But yeah, new info dropped.
Yeah.
So look forward to that if you are a patron. Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline and leave a voicemail to be on our mailbag episode. Leave a traumatic story that we can all rally with you for. Honestly, talk about anything, what we've discussed in an episode, whatever. The number is
626-63 for 2069. Nice.
All right, let's get into it. 90-Day Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 15, Till Death Do Us Part.
I feel like there's so many episodes named that.
I know. I was going to say, they got to get some new creative online to get to name the episodes. Do you want to get into Clayton and Anali?
Do I?
Do I ever?
God. So it's 2 days till their wedding.
Crazy.
And they're going to Indiana, and the guinea pigs are in the car, or they were stressed out. The guinea pigs are making all sorts of weird noises.
Yeah, he's like, the guinea pigs are stressed.
The guinea pigs are stressed. They're making noises. They've calmed down. They're good. They're safe.
They're okay now.
Clayton's wearing a flamingo shirt.
Yeah, he's like, if my flamingo shirt is on, you know I'm ready to party.
Yeah. We will see later. That's not true. That's not true. So Anali's getting ready for her bachelorette party that's going to be thrown by Clayton's sister, Brandy.
Yes.
And so then Clayton's one and only best friend, Cameron,
who we've met once before,
shows up from San Diego because he's the best man in the wedding. They're going to do a bachelor party. His only luggage is a backpack?
Yeah, so I guess that's for the bachelor party and the wedding. So he must have just like packed a tux and a toothbrush. Like,
I guess, because Clayton's like, "Is that all your bag?" He's like, "Yeah." And it's a backpack, and it looks like the backpack isn't really that full. And
no,
a lot of the backpack is his laptop.
Yeah, boys be crazy when it comes to.
Does
packing.
he have one of those suits that you can like roll up that supposedly doesn't wrinkle?
It's just like a linen.
Yeah. So yeah, and so. They have an indoor pool at this house that they rented, which is pretty baller. And that's Clayton's bachelor parties, just him and Cameron swimming and playing video games.
Yeah, just a one person bachelor party, just hanging out.
Yeah.
His poor friend, Cameron's like, I've never quite been to a bachelor party like this.
He's like, this is weird, but okay.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Gosh.
So then we go to Brandy's house, and it is decorated with penises, lots of alcohol. Your typical bachelorette party.
Brandy's fun. We said we were texting.
Fun.
We'd be friends. Brandy's a bimbo. Brandy's a good time.
She wants to have a good time. It's her friends, and there's a party bus.
I like it because it's annoying, but it's an excuse for Brandy and her friends to have a girls' night.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, Brandy was probably like, I have to throw a stupid ass bachelorette for
Yeah, and just invite all her
brother's
friends.
girlfriends, but it can just be a party for us, and like she's gonna be there.
Yeah. So Anali gets on a bus. She's wearing her bachelorette tiara and everything. And they get on a bus, like a party bus. Woo! And then a guy comes on wearing a SWAT vest.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because Annalie's like, immigration?
Yeah, she's like, oh no, ICE. She's really
Which is
nervous.
very funny.
Yeah,
And that's not a SWAT guy.
No, it's not
a stripper.
Yeah, or it's a Magic Mike time.
Magic Mike time, baby. And then it's funny because they keep cutting back to like Clayton and Cameron just like sitting at the dining room table quietly, like on their laptops, clicking away.
They're on laptops next to each other playing some sort of game, and it's so, you have it here, but he's like, they're playing a game and Clayton's like, I love that you can teleport with a cape on.
Yeah.
And Cameron's like,
neat.
yeah, it's so
it's
cool.
Real neat.
Yeah. It's just,
yeah, it's cool. They got that update in the game. That's cool.
Yeah, there's like dicks in Annalie's face. He's like, I love to teleport.
Yeah, and then they get back to Brandy's house and she's shotgunning a beer.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen Anali happy.
Yeah, right? She's actually like having a good time.
It's also funny because one of the biggest struggles in their relationship was that like she wouldn't take pictures with Clayton and wouldn't put them on the internet. And the whole time on the party bus, she's taking nonstop selfies with the stripper.
Yeah, Brandy's like, every time like I would look away, like I would see Annalie taking selfies with the stripper. Yeah. She's like, hey, what's up? Like sending to her
like
friends.
Pretend that's her boyfriend. She's like, this is Clayton.
This is Clayton. He's in the FBI.
Yeah.
And they're doing they're shotgunning beers. They're just spraying beer everywhere. And Brandy's like, I want to get Annalie drunk so I can get to know the real her.
Yeah. What did she say? Like,
so a drunk person's something, or a sober person's thoughts.
Drunk words or sober thoughts or
something like that.
She basically says people tell the truth when they're drunk.
Right. And I don't know that Annalie is drunk. I don't know. Because she's
she can't speak English, so there is a bit of a problem in terms of getting information from her.
Text on the phone and like translate it.
Yeah.
So Brandy was like asking her what she's worried about. And she's saying how Clayton and his mom live together and she wants to have her own space without the mom. And Brandy's like, Clayton and their mom have always lived together, apparently.
Yeah.
That's not what we were told in the beginning.
Right.
We were told that it was a temporary space until his mom can move out on her own.
Place. Yeah.
But apparently they've always lived together.
Yeah, and Brandy's like, it's disturbing. Yeah. She doesn't think it's normal. At first, I thought that she was pro them living together and was like, Clayton takes care of our mom. But she's like, no, it's disturbing. She's like,
it's weird.
She's like, she says in the Google Translate, Clayton and mommy forever.
Oh, yeah, she does like the little things with her hand, little finger cross things.
Yeah, she's like, Clayton and mommy forever.
Forever.
Yeah,
together.
Mom and Clayton are going to live together forever.
Yeah.
It's like incestual. It's weird vibes.
Yeah, because if the mom is like taking care of Clayton, but it doesn't seem like she's doing any sort of housework either.
No.
Because she was complaining about Annalie not cleaning up after herself. Like, does she cook food for Clayton? It doesn't seem like it.
Not anymore. I think she was making him some hamburgers.
Right.
Because she knows what her baby likes.
I don't know. And then Annalie's like, or Brandy's like, well, what are you going to do if they don't move out? And she's like, well, we'll get a divorce.
Yeah.
And Brandy's like, it's weird that she's already talking about a divorce before they're married.
I think girl wants a green card.
She wants a green card bad.
Yeah, that girl wants a green card bad, and she'll deal with.
Did you see the preview for next week?
I don't know if I did.
Oh
no, what happens?
It's Clayton. So she tells Clayton about the strippers, and Clayton tells her like, there's no fucking way that's ever gonna happen again on my watch. Like, tries to be like
macho.
Yeah. And she's like,
embarrassing.
She's like, I'm not. And she packs her bag.
Good for her.
Packs her suitcase.
But also, like, when would it happen again? I mean, not to say, like, it's not like she's going to have another bachelorette party with strippers.
No.
It's just stupid. Or go to the strip club. that's so silly.
Yeah, like, it probably won't happen again, but you don't have to, like, talk down to her like she's a child. This will never happen again on my watch.
He's so insecure.
Ugh,
that's so
I
weird.
know.
Also, I maybe this is just me being, I don't know, but I feel like a woman with a woman seeing a stripper is different than a man interacting with a stripper.
It is.
Like, I've been to like Thunder Down Under, and I wasn't turned on. Like, it was more like, I felt like I was seeing like a comedy show.
Yeah.
Like, it's more entertainment than it is like sexual.
Yeah, there's no, like, I can't, like, I'm sure this does happen, but like getting a lap dance from a male stripper just, it's not like, ooh, that's hot. It's like,
no. Ugh. Have you ever seen a woman's face getting a lap dance from a stripper? They're like
always
grossed
just
out
like,
and weirded out. Yeah.
Like laughing and grossed out.
Yeah. They're
like,
uncomfortable.
I would rather get a lap dance from a woman.
Yeah, me too. I would even like in a, like, I'm straight, but I would rather, I'd be more turned on getting a lap dance from a woman than from a man.
Exactly.
Yeah, when a man dances, I'm like,
no,
I'd rather not. Yeah.
I don't need a man to dance for me.
Yeah, I don't want you to dance for me.
Men dancing, unless I like Backstreet Boys dancing, like, that's cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that's year 2000, JC Chasez dancing for me.
Show me those
that's sexual. That is sexual.
Well, that's gonna
we'll
end
see
in
what
a
happens
disaster.
with them. Another fantastic wedding in the works. Rob and Sophie. This was crazy to me.
Yeah.
So they're going Sophie's going wedding dress shopping with her mom, and she and Rob are not even speaking right now. And they did not spend the night together. Sophie spent the night with her mom, which is a crazy time to go wedding shopping when you're not even speaking to your fiance, and like have not been speaking on and off.
Yeah.
This is the second time that she's slept somewhere else and has not been speaking to him since she's been.
And it's been like,
days.
what, a week?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's been like under a month. So I guess Rob did not contact Sophie, but he posted a meme at 4 a.m. being like, when your girl is out only telling one side of the story. And the caption said, wow, this one hits different.
And I love that Sophie had to explain to her mom, like, what does hits different mean? She's like, when it like really relates to you, like, this is hitting me in a different way.
Yeah. She's like, basically, this is about me. And
this is about
telling
me.
Everyone and wants me to see it. Now, this part was crazy. Say about the dress shop.
Okay, so they went shopping for a dress, and I noticed the owner of the shop. I'm like, oh, that's where I got my wedding dress.
That's bananas.
Yeah. It's on Melrose, like near Melrose, La Cienega. It's like West Hollywood.
It's just nice area for clothing, like a expensive clothing area.
And there are some, like, if you go on the website, there's some very expensive dresses. There's some like really affordable dresses there too, but there's also like very high-end dresses there too. And she was trying on dresses, and I wanted to find the one she was wearing. So I looked on the website. This place called Loho. And I looked on the website, and she was trying the one dress where she's like, I think this is the one. I love it. It's a Vivienne Westwood dress. It's $6,670.
That's crazy.
And I was like, it doesn't show them buying it.
That's the thing where I was like, okay, so is this promotion for the shop, even though they didn't
But
say
they
what
didn't
the
even
shop
say
was.
the name of the shop.
Right. So I'm like, what
I
is going
know.
on here with this Are they rich? Are they not? They do not look or act like it.
Like if if her mom can spend $6,000 on a dress, why can't she get an apartment, a nice apartment here?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Yeah, you could get like a nice studio apartment for like 6 months.
Yeah. And I was
It's
like, okay,
crazy.
so I thought at first I was like, okay, so TLC is just using that as a shooting location. But you would think in trade that they would want to say the name of the wedding dress shop, which they didn't. It just makes... I'm so bewildered. I want to get their tax records. How do you get someone's tax records?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we have any PIs who listen to us? I need Sophie's.
And in the UK.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Do we have any UK?
Because like that shop doesn't, that shop's doing very well. I'm sure they make a ton of money because there's a lot of expensive dresses in there. They don't need publicity. It's really, crazy. I don't understand it. There's so many wedding dress shops that they picked like that one.
I know. I was for a beach wedding, getting like a $7,000 dress.
A beach wedding.
And because they're going to get married on the beach because they like don't have money to have a real. The whole thing.
It's so strange.
It don't add up. Don't add up.
No.
And also I thought it was funny. She's going wedding. I've never been wedding dress shopping. But she goes in like bike shorts and a t-shirt and a fanny pack and her hair's all messed up. I'm like, is that how you go wedding dress shopping? Don't you usually kind of like have maybe your makeup looking nice, your hair looking nice so you can get an idea of what the dress looks like?
I like put on some makeup and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to look nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like if I'm going into a store where there's a $7,000 dress, I'm not wearing a bike shorts and fanny pack.
Yeah, no, like I tried to look nice. I don't know. It's weird.
It's just the whole thing's weird to me.
Very confusing.
She's giving Shein, like the website, the clothing website, but she's shopping not Shein at this place, and I'm like, I don't know. Something's confusing to me. So then they come back from shopping. They don't buy anything. And, Sophie calls Rob being like, can you pick me up at my mom's hotel? And he seems super not enthused about it. And he's on speaker. And then when he hangs up, Sophie's like, how did he sound? And her mom is like, he sounds really depressed and like rude and not into talking to you. And that's not how someone should talk to you who's like your fiance. And he's so low energy and such a loser.
Yeah.
And Sophie is like, well, it's not all his fault. I told him something recently that kind of, brought stuff up between us. So Sophie tells her mom that she's bisexual. And
her mom's like, oh.
Yeah, her mom has the best reaction ever. Her mom's like, well, you need to go fuck some girls then because your soulmate might be a woman.
Because Sophie's like, I have to tell you something. And her mom's like, oh my God, what?
Yeah, she thought she was maybe pregnant or something.
Yeah, or like dying or something.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, what? She's like, no, I'm fine. She's like, I'm bisexual. Her mom's like, oh. She's like, that's not a big deal.
She's like, fantastic. Yeah,
who cares?
Yeah, she was hoping maybe it's an out with Rob.
Yeah.
But her mom says, you need to, and Sophie's like, but I've never dated or hooked up with a woman. And her mom's like, you need to at least date or hook up with a woman because what if you like that more? And Sophie's like, well, I want to marry a man because I want them to do manly stuff around the house. Which is so archaic and
so... That's not... she's confused. Yeah. She's confused.
Yeah, well, that's what the mom says. She's like, Sophie, I think you're confused about life.
Yeah, she's like, my confused daughter.
Yeah. It's just...
Because she's what, 23? Or 22, 23?
Girl is so young. I hope they don't make it to the aisle.
I know. I really hope so much to figure out.
Yeah.
Don't throw your life away.
Do not throw your life away on this fucking loser. Yeah. Nikki and Justin.
Oh my God. So they're having an engagement party.
Yeah. Big day.
Big day. Wait, what does she have say about the dress?
So she's wearing this sequin dress and she looks really pretty, but she walks in and Justin's like, ooh, the dress. I like the shinies.
Oh, yeah, the shinies.
Because I think he doesn't know the word for sequins, but he's like, ooh, the dress. I like the shinies.
I like the shinies. Yeah, I noticed that rose tattoo on her boob, right?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was part of the dress or if she has a huge rose tattoo on her fake boobies. Yeah, it's not a great tattoo. It looks a little worn out.
It's probably pretty old. I wonder if it's like pre-implants, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah. It looks a little
out.
Torn up. Yes, it looks a little stretched out, torn up.
And it's so funny that they're all sitting there and like what she's like, oh, they want me to perform the song. Like, okay, I guess I'll get up.
Yeah. It's
she's like, I haven't done a
SNL
sound
skit.
Yeah, sound check in this place. Like, you're not a professional.
Yeah, she has a song that I guess she had made for Justin for a present or for their wedding. It's like, have you seen that SNL skit where Kristen Wiig's like, I can't perform, I can't sing. Okay, fine, I'll do it. And everyone's like, no one asked you to. And then she sings it. It's so bad. That was literally this.
That's what it was.
At the engagement party. Yeah.
And this song is
bad.
It's not good.
I was going to record it on my phone, but it's like, she's like, I'm just trying to be honest. You are the hottest thing I've ever seen. It's like, and there's kind of it has a good hook, kind of.
Yeah, it's got a nice beat in there.
It's like on RuPaul's Drag Race where they have to write pop songs for skits and shows that they do. That's the vibe.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And like Justin was like up dancing. His mom was up.
Yeah,
people were
they
like
liked it.
Into it, I guess. Like, I feel like Justin was like very impressed.
Well, it's kind
He's
of
like, I've never seen her perform. This is the first time I've seen her perform.
Yeah. It's kind of like Eurovision-ish.
Yeah.
Or whatever that talent show is they have over there.
Yeah. So
yeah. And did she say she performs in Los Angeles? Like
I looked at her Instagram and she claimed that she's an international recording artist. So, and she released a song today on it's like streaming.
Is it the track? Is it the Justin track?
Oh, it might be. It probably is because the episode was this week.
Can we see? Is it on?
I know. But I was looking, I was like, does she perform? And there's not really a lot of her performing, really. And there's a post of her like, I'm available for hair and makeup and
I would
styling.
actually love for her. You know what she's going to do? She's going to do my hair and makeup, and then I'm going to go try on bridal gowns.
Because she said, because I went to her website, in her bio, she went to school for like cosmetology.
Oh.
The song is called $1 Million Barbie.
It was kind of good.
No offense to girls that snack, but baby, I'm a full-blown meal. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the hottest of them all? $1 million Barbie doll. Mirror, mirror on the
I don't hate it. That's not the song she's saying, but
no, it is not.
That's not what her voice sounds like, but thank God for autotune.
Right. That doesn't sound anything like what she sounds like.
No, thank God for autotune.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for her. We should, if anyone wants to throw us some cash so she can do our makeup sometime, that would be really fun.
I bet she's good because she spends 3 hours a day doing her own makeup.
I bet she can.
I bet she's good.
Beat a face. Ashley and Manuel. Ugh. They're going to West Palm Beach for the wedding. I don't remember this first part. What's this first part?
Ashley's friends throw a surprise party for her when they get to like their whatever Airbnb.
Oh.
All her friends and family are there, like, surprise.
Oh, I think I missed that. Must have
That's
been
like right
walking
at the
dogs.
beginning.
Okay.
And then they FaceTime Ashley's mom because her mom couldn't be there. And the mom's like, when am I getting grandkids?
Oh, God. Worst
It's like,
question.
it's awkward. So then they go on a party boat
Oh,
for
yeah.
they're having a combined bachelor
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
And Manuel,
It
they're
looks
having a good
fun on
time.
the
It
boat.
looks fun.
Yeah.
But Manuel gets really sad because like it's not his friends or family.
Yeah. No
He's
one,
like, no
his
one's
family's not there.
here.
He's like
Yeah.
having the time of his life at first, and he thinks it's so amazing.
Yeah.
And then he gets really sad, and he tries to, I think, call his kids or his family, and his like phone's not working because
Yeah.
there's no service in the middle of the ocean, and he starts crying.
Yeah, he gets real emotional.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of
sad.
sad. It's kind of
Yeah.
the first time I've ever actually liked him because he opens up and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't have anyone here to support me, and it's just lonely, and like the happiest day of my life, I'd want people there who actually love me.
Yeah.
It's the only
Sad.
time he's ever actually talked. Listen, I hate Manuel, but it was nice to hear him actually speak. Then that night they go to the strip club.
Hell yeah.
It's because I guess they were going to at night split up the parties, but Manuel's one friend Jonathan passed out after
Right.
after the boat. Yeah. So they combine the parties, and so they go to Spearmint Rhino.
Hell yeah.
And which is not the most glamorous of strip clubs.
No.
And I don't know. Ashley's like trying to be cool. She's like, I just want him to remember how fun I am. And,
Yeah.
I want legs spread open and lap dances. And, I love to see Manuel happy in his element. And I'm like,
Okay. His element.
right. I'm like, if the way to make your relationship work is you either have to have sex in public places or go to a strip club and have your man get lap dances, I don't know if this is going to work.
Interesting dynamic, I will say.
It's a little rough. And then she asks her friend if they can talk outside. And the friend's like, yeah. And she says, I know that you and everyone has been really worried about my relationship with Manuel. And it's been super difficult for him to budge even an inch. But I think since you guys talked to him, because they kind of argued with him in the last episode, she was like, Manuel's really changing. He even let me talk to his kids for the first time this morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's weird because she said Manuel was on the phone with her kids and like he handed her the phone.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, hi. Like, your dad, he's doing great. And
yeah, which is super nice. But it's like, this is your fiance who has moved to America for you. And this is the first time you're talking to your kids. And I don't know. It's
weird.
You're settling for crumbs, girl.
Crumbs.
I hope it's worth it.
Yeah.
Citra and Sam.
Oh, and then next week, the preview for
God.
next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Ashley's like, oh, fuck, I didn't take hurricane season into account. So apparently there's like a big storm coming. She's like, I'm going to have my wedding on the beach, whether you like it or not. Like, girl, if there's a hurricane coming.
She is not budging, which is
So
insane.
funny.
How do you not check to be like,
Check the weather
during,
go to the fucking weather almanac. Look at the history of the date, the years. That's what we did for our wedding. And it fucking rained the first time, December 1st, in
That's
fucking
so
20
funny.
years. So it didn't work for us.
But I mean, like, hurricane season's like pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy. And she's
Yeah.
like, well, I'm doing it no matter what. Fuck
No
whatever
matter
it
what.
says. This is my day.
And I got to ruin my day.
Yeah, it's bridezilla mode.
Okay.
Sam and Citra.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Going wedding dress shopping. Very different than Sophie and her mom.
Yeah, very, very different.
There's probably not a lot of stores in they're in Missouri?
Yeah.
Is that what state they're in?
Yeah, the woman's like, what kind of dress do you want? And Sam's like,
Citra.
or Citra's like, a white one? Like,
Oh.
yeah.
And then Sam goes ring shopping with his mom.
Yeah.
And the mom does not think that Sam should have to convert to Islam to marry Citra. She's like very against, like, why do you have to
so
do
hung
that?
up. Yeah, she's really hung
And
up
Sam's
on
like,
it.
because I want to. Like, I don't see the big deal.
Yeah. Also, I noticed the mom is wearing a wig or got hair extensions since the last episode.
Something's different with her.
Like, it's
Yeah.
almost like they caught her by surprise last episode and she was in no makeup and a Rugrats shirt.
Yeah.
And this episode, she's like, I'm wearing a blouse and a full
Yes.
makeup of face, and I'm wearing my best wig from
Best
the 99-cent
wig.
store.
Yeah, she looked better. She looked better.
Yeah. She looked
But yeah, she's
sure.
like, I'll come to the wedding, but not going to go to the conversion where he has to convert to Islam beforehand.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
okay,
so funny
why?
because she's like, I would never force my religion on someone else, but she's trying to like force Christianity on.
Exactly. That's what you're
Sam.
doing.
Yeah.
You're forcing him to be a Christian.
Yeah.
He can choose whatever he
stupid.
wants to do.
Right.
And if Sam's like, okay, I'm into it, Citra's not forcing him. He wants to.
Yeah.
It's weird. Let him do whatever he wants. So then they rented a big farmhouse for their wedding. And Citra's family is like, they're just so impressed with how big the houses are.
Yeah. They're like, wow,
we've
he's
never,
rich. Yeah.
never been. This is a rich person's house.
Yeah.
Never been in a house this big. And Sam was saying how Citra is the only woman in the world who doesn't want a big house. And she's like, well, yeah, there could be like serial killers living in the basement.
I get that. I get that
got a
big
good
house is
point.
kind of scary. Yeah, I get that.
It's got a good point. So then Citra sits down with her dad, Herman. And so he's like, so what's going on with this drug thing? And Citra says that Sam's ex-girlfriend's dad was sick and got pain pills and he tried them. And that's how he got addicted back in high school.
Oh, God.
And Herman's like pretty concerned. He's like, I don't trust this. This is trouble. Like, and he's told her, like, I think you should reconsider your wedding plans. And she's like taken aback by it.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't, she's like, I trust Sam. Why would he lie to me? Like, I'm getting married no matter what.
It's weird though, because she's like, he wouldn't lie to me, but I mean, he did do something
did.
wrong. Like he verbatim did something
He
wrong.
lied
It's
about
not
that
like he's
paperwork.
innocent. Yeah.
That diversion
it's-
paperwork that he forgot to
Right.
file. Like, he lied to her about it and then was like, oh yeah, I might go to jail.
Yeah, he's not innocent. He definitely did something wrong. So that's what's
Yeah.
confusing about her mentality about it.
Yeah, I don't. Her dad is like, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, and he's like drug law enforcement.
Yeah,
of
I
course
know.
he's
It's
kind
really
of like,
crazy.
I know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tune in for next week for more chaos. Then we have the single life. Yeah, and if you're curious, Gino and Jasmine were not in this episode.
I know.
Yeah, they were taking
Next
a
week,
break.
they'll be
Yeah.
next week. There's the wedding. I guess their wedding is next, or it's
Yeah, I think so.
starting the wedding.
Yeah. Single Life, Season 4, Episode 5. My enemy, Chantal, she's still in Greece. She goes on a date with Giannis, this like Grecian guy who she met. And then the next morning, she wakes up and she sees her squad in the kitchen. And they say, her squad, yeah. And they say, did any ass get cracked last night? Did you eat any banana? Which is
What?
they talk. They're like not Gen Z, but they talk in
Right.
phrases that I just don't understand. I've never related less to a group of people in
Wow.
my entire life. And then she's like talking about, she was on the show Pedro and Chantal,
Yes,
and they
yes,
started on like 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
And Pedro, she and Pedro broke up, and she's like applying all the trauma with Pedro to everyone she's dating now. And she's like, I keep having deja vu when I need to have amnesia. meaning like she needs to forget about Pedro.
Okay.
And so then she goes to the beach to meet Giannis's friends. And I don't know, they're just like hanging on the beach and having vapid conversations that just make no sense. And it's just all so produced and unnatural and stupid. Anyways, you can tell I love her. Then there's Veronica and Tim. And Tim is Veronica's ex. We see Tim a lot on previous seasons. And Veronica's dating Jamal, who is baby girl Lisa? No, Kimberly. Kimberly's son. Jamal and Tim are fighting. Jamal doesn't like that Tim and Veronica are still best friends and hang out all the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And Jamal says that Chloe, who is Veronica's daughter, said that Tim is a bad dad to Chloe. Because Tim raised Chloe.
Right.
Not her biological dad, but Tim raised her.
Yeah.
And Jamal's like, Chloe says you're a bad dad. You know, she tells me everything. Chloe and I are close.
Well, yeah, because they're closer in age.
Yeah, which always still weirds me out. Because like
both,
every episode,
Gen Z?
Yeah, I'm like, you vibe more
That's
with
weird.
Chloe than you do with Veronica. This is weird. And now
That's
you're like
weird.
standing up for Chloe. It's just bizarre. Jamal calls Tim a little bitch, and then like Jamal runs away. I don't know. It's just drama. It's stupid. Then there's Natalie, who's kind of the only interesting person on the show.
Yes, love Natalie.
So Natalie is, I don't even want to say dating. I'll say she's interested in this guy, Josh, who owns a modeling agency or something. They've been, I guess, dating kind of on and off for a while, and Natalie has moved to Los Angeles to be close to him, but also, I guess, to have a career. She has bought Natalie a car, which makes no sense to me.
What kind of car is it?
She didn't say.
They didn't show it?
No, it's just a confessional with the two of them where she's like, I can't do it. Ukrainian accent.
Josh bought me a car. Josh bought me a car.
Josh, I can't do Ukrainian.
Josh bought me a car.
Josh bought me a car.
Josh bought me a
Josh
car.
bought me a car. And Josh is like, well, I'm really proud of her and I know how hard she's working. And I'm like, did Josh have an extra car that like...
It's like a 1991 Honda Civic.
No, I honestly think it is. Like, and the windows don't work. I think he just needed... It was probably easier to give it away than it was to sell it because he didn't want to pay the tax. It's a charity tax write-off to like Ukrainians
donating
in America.
to charity.
Yeah, Ukrainian refugees. So he gets Natalie a car. Now, Natalie has no money. She has no money income right now. She needs a job.
She's got a lot of Instagram followers, right? How many does she have? She can sell stuff.
I know. I don't see her as being very good at influencing.
What?
Like if Natalie tried to sell me something, I would be kind of like, I'm good.
What's her name? Natalie more. She has 340,000 followers. Not bad.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
She could like do a vibrator or something like stupid like that.
Yeah. Oh, she did it one post for this like some sort of laser microneedling thing.
She could do. I bet that's a good.
That's
spot
probably
for her.
just for like free for like.
I was probably a swap. But
yeah, she has like a photo of her doing an advertisement.
Yeah. So Josh sets her up for an interview at his cousin's chiropractor office for the receptionist job.
Okay.
And it is a disaster. First of all, Natalie has met this cousin before briefly at like a party that she went to with Josh, and she was so rude to him at the party. So it's funny that now she's going to an interview with this guy. The chiropractor place is called Joint, and she goes like for
That's
joint,
funny.
like your body joints. And she goes to the place, and first of all, the interview's at night, which I'm like, weird.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's when whenever it's like daylight savings or whatever, and it gets dark at 4. Like that's the only
Right.
because it was
What
dark
is it? Daylight
out.
savings, or is it like an 8
Yeah,
p.m.?
I need a fact checker on when this was the date and time because it was dark out and that was sus to me. But she walks in and she's like, "Oh, Joint, what a beautiful name for a store."
Oh, Joint, beautiful
and I was
name.
like, "You have no idea what to say, do you?" So he asks if she has a resume, and she says yes, but it's in Ukrainian. And he's like, "I don't speak Ukrainian, so that's not going to be helpful."
And put it in Google Translator.
Yeah. And so then he's like, "Okay, I'll ask you some questions then." And she can't answer any of them. It's like I don't know if she's so nervous or just doesn't, she just goes blank. And he's like, "Do you have any phone or administration experience?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Okay, at what job?" And she's like,
yes.
Yeah, she's like, yes. She's like, I don't know, but I have it. And he's
What do you
like,
mean you don't know?
"What?"
She's for sure had a job before.
I don't
right?
know that she has because she was married. Remember?
That's right. She was married to that rich guy.
She was married to a rich guy, and then she got divorced, and then she met Michael or whatever, and then married him. So I don't know that she's ever had a job. I don't think she's ever had a job.
Right. Because she was like, and she was in that like music video in Ukraine. So like modeling, maybe she was doing.
I think she's done modeling and that's it. Because he's asking her questions about like answering phones or using the computer. And she's like, "Yes, I've done that." And he's like, "Where? At what job? What job would that be at?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know, but I have." and
just
he's
lie.
Yeah.
My
And
resume's
then-
in Ukraine. It's this place called blah, blah, blah in Ukraine. What are they going to do? Check?
He's like, "Yeah, what is he going to do? Long distance call? Like, just
Yeah,
say it." And then he goes, "All right, well, what would your past employers or people close to you say about you? If they had to describe you." And then she goes, "Well, Josh would say that I'm very needy."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "Do you know you're at a job interview right now?
Oh my
What is wrong with
God.
you?"
Not like
And then-
person. They need like, what would they say?
Yeah,
"Oh,
like
I'm very
hard worker."
responsible.
Yeah.
I have a great attention to detail. I'm very friendly with customers."
Right. She's like, "No, boyfriends say I cry a lot and psycho." Like, so then
God.
she's like, "I am sorry, but I'm so in awe that you're Josh's family. Can I ask you some questions?" And he's like, "Okay."
Can I ask you some questions? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
She says, "Do you know Josh's baby mama?"
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she goes, "Do you know any of Josh's exes? And do you know if Josh is looking for something serious?"
Oh my.
This is for her job interview.
This is
her job interview.
hilarious.
Yeah. And he's like, "I don't know. Like, I kind of keep it separate. And like, this is a
Right.
work thing. So I don't really talk about stuff like that."
That
And
is
she's like,
so funny.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, okay, well, nice to meet you." And then it ends. And
Nice
it's like
to
his
meet you.
Yeah. And they've like met before. And then it's his confessional being like, "That was the fucking weirdest job interview I've ever had in my life."
You're
She's-
hired.
Yeah. When can you start?
We need more publicity for the store.
Yeah.
Yes, we will hire you.
We will hire you. And it's funny because like the next scene is her cooking and she's like, "I have not heard back from the chiropractor office, but it will probably be in the next few days." Like, girl, you're not hearing back.
Oh my God.
But so anyways, she's throwing a dinner party at her new apartment for Josh and his friend David, who is a producer. And she's like, "He works in the entertainment industry. Can you believe it?" But it's like, he's
no.
for sure a low budget horror, like short film guy. Like he's
Like
not.
he once got a film funded on like GoFundMe or something. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
like he is not, or like he's like directed porn. Like he is not, God bless him. He is very nice and very sweet and so respectful when Natalie goes absolutely bonkers.
He's
but
not a producer at like Paramount Pictures.
no,
or anything.
he's not the CEO of like Miramax. So they go to this dinner and there's shrimp cocktails. Like it's the
Nice.
funniest, most 80s dinner that I've ever seen. And she serves a lot of Ukrainian food. There's a
Was there
table
one of those what are those ice cream cakes?
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
I can't think of the name.
Vienna.
Yeah, Viennetta. Yeah, it's just like very like if you Googled like nice cocktail party or something, like she was trying to do that. It was sweet. Her apartment's very small though. It's like a 1-bedroom for she and her mom. And
Do they share?
it
It's a
actually might be a
1-bedroom?
studio. It might be a studio. They share it because she has no money. So the table, she has a like fold out table that she's done, and then some of them are sitting on the bed.
Oh, yeah, that's a studio apartment for you. The bed is the couch.
So it's like, some are sitting on the bed, and then there's the table,
shit.
and then there's chairs around the table, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Oh, she's trying.
she's trying. So then Natalie goes like, David, I know you're a producer and I want to be an actor, so I'm going to perform for you a Shakespeare monologue in Ukrainian.
No.
And everyone's like, right now? And she's like, yes. And she does a Shakespeare monologue in Ukrainian. But before she starts,
To be or not to be. She has her skull.
You have to watch it. You like.
I gotta watch this.
Literally, just watch this part. Before she starts, she like gets into character. She like it's silent. Yeah, and she like goes inside of herself, and she gets serious. And then she leads in and she starts doing this monologue. And you could tell people are trying so hard not to bust up laughing. They're just, it's,
but you don't know what she's saying because it's Ukrainian. Yeah.
It could be anything. Who knows what she's saying? It's crazy.
Wow.
And then everyone doesn't know what to do. So they clap when she's done. And then David is like, that's really great. You know, would you like to try out for a horror movie I'm producing sometime? She's like, oh, yes. And then when everyone leaves, she's like, oh, it's my big break. I can't believe it.
No.
So embarrassing. Yeah.
No.
Then we move on to Tyree, who is the one who was catfished last season. Yeah, and then stood up this season. He's on a boys' trip to New Orleans with his friends, and his friends are like, he is just trauma dumping around town. They're like going to different bars, and Tyree is like, I dated a man for 4 years. I got catfished.
No.
Like he's just telling
talking
everyone
to the
his story.
Bartenders.
Yeah,
Here's my
he's
story.
just-
He's like, oh.
Yeah, it's bad. He just like has no game. But then they meet a table of girls who are on a girls' trip. Tyree asks one of them out and they talk, and she just got out of a long marriage, which is red flag. They're probably not gonna date. But he asks if she wants to hang out again outside of like this group hang they're doing, and she says yes. She's like, you're a sweet big teddy bear, and I think you're really genuine and nice. So they're allegedly going to hang out again. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was that for this episode. Next week, Debbie goes to Miami to meet Ruben the Groovin' Cuban.
Ooh. I gotta watch. I gotta watch next week.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
We'll see where that goes.
I gotta see
And
this
that's about it.
Shakespearean monologue.
You have to at least watch it. It's so scary. It's like she's like channeling the devil or something. It's so weird. Anyways, if you guys have any 90 Day Fiance insider info, please email, call us, or comment. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks. Bye.
Oh, it's another 90-day fiance, baby. Oh, it's another 90-day fiance.
Powered by Acast.